Thanks for having me. As I said, I watch the show all the time, so now it's like I'm ruining the show I love by being on here. But I grew up playing it. I was terrible. Never, never contributed one good thing to any T-ball team I was on. Um, and it was, I think, having kids, you start to really there's a desire to take I have two boys, and I just wanted to take them to games and would start going to Dodger games and got to know the greatest family that are there that you know as well, the Hernandez family that run Melissa's produce out there, and we always go and hang with them, and it's the most amazing experience. And then getting to know uh, guys like Clayton and Justin Turner and my pals out there, it's been an amazing experience to just immerse myself in this sport that's just so much fun.
Glendale, West Virginia, the birthplace of Brad Paisley. And I have to say, you know what? There's been 143 players, Brad, that have come out of West Virginia. Michael Grove, right-hander for your Los Angeles Dodgers, the only active player. But you know what? There's some Hall of Famers. You look at George Brett, Bill Mazeroski, Jesse Burkett. I mean, when you grew up in West Virginia, what was the major league team that you enjoyed watching?
The Pirates was what people typically rooted for. My dad liked the Indians. I would go to Pirates games from time to time at Old Three Rivers Stadium. It was quite the experience. But, it was when I kind of grew up and moved to Nashville, which does not have a team. I mean, it's funny. They black out three different teams here as if they were local. And that's the Reds, the Braves, and also the Cardinals. And it's like, well, first of all, none of those, all those are 4 hours away if you drive. So Nashville doesn't really have a team. So when I married my wife and we were living in California, I started going to Dodger games, and that was in the early 2000s. And it's been so much fun to watch this ride with that team for the last, shoot, how many years now? They've been great.
You mentioned,
yeah.
Sorry, you mentioned going to Dodger Stadium, and I was there, of course, for Game 3 of the World Series and the 18-inning game back in 2017 where you sung the national anthem. Did you stay for all 18 innings, Brad Paisley?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was there. It was getting old. I remember thinking as we did, do you remember doing the seventh inning stretch again?
Yeah.
They did
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They did it on the 14th, so it was so hilarious. Everybody just got right back up. Take me out to the. I remember thinking though, I guess I've made history in some way. I'm some footnote, the national anthem at the longest World Series game. So I made it.
Just one of the many accolades of your career. I mean, you've had so many studio albums, obviously Grammy Award winner. You have made such a name for yourself and provided such a great life for yourself and your family. But you do it with such a unique way. You have witty lyrics, you have a lot of fun, but you also can be serious. When you look back at your career, which is far from over, is there something that you're most proud of?
It sort of changes as it goes. It's like in the beginning, you're really trying to be successful, and you have somebody tell you that one of your songs means something to them, and that I had that early on. My first song was a song about a stepdad, and that really did well, and I got a million stories, and still do, from people that say that's their story. But I think I think as throughout time, you start to realize that what you've got to do with this is some good. And that's what I try to pass along to my kids, which is that it's like, I don't really care what you do in this world, just make it better, make it a better place. And so as you keep going, it's like I start to desire to do things that really do leave a lasting impact. That's a good thing through music, because you can't underestimate what music can do for people.
Yeah, you're talking about He Didn't Have to Be from the 2000 or the 1999 album Who Needs Pictures, one of my favorite albums that you came out with. And you're talking about doing good in the community and leaving the world a better place than you found it. And you and Kimberly have done that right there in Nashville, where you are right now, opening up the store. Tell us a little bit more about that philanthropic effort and why you and your wife wanted to do that for the folks in Nashville.
We had seen this in Santa Barbara, California. They had done this concept. It was called Unity Shop. It's still there. It's an amazing charity. It does a few other things that we don't, but what we loved about the concept was this idea of a grocery store where people who are down on their luck, they've lost their job, maybe a single mom with some kids can't afford, everything they need. So, or a whole family is just in trouble, and they come in, they qualify, and then they can shop for free and they get the dignity of choice. There's just, when you get a handout, it's hard enough to feel good about yourself, but when you do it in such a way that it's very normal, they go through the process of shopping in this little grocery store we've built. They have the barcode, they've got everything down to the mechanical horse that a kid can ride in the front of the store. A child that's watching their parents go through this process thinks they're at a grocery store. And that's, dignity is one of the things that's stripped away first, I think, when you fall on hard times. And so we've done that, and we opened that during the pandemic, which was a nightmare to do, but it worked. Somehow we were able to figure out a model throughout, and now we're back to this thing running the way we thought. And it's been great because it's another way that I don't feel as helpless in these hard times. It's like I'm able to help in a little way, and it's good for my psyche. I know that.
Yeah, and your philanthropy doesn't stop there. Of course, you've performed live for Kershaw's Challenge and everything that he's done, not only the ping pong tournament at Dodger Stadium, but also his event every year in Texas. Tell us a little bit more about that, and how difficult is it for you to get Kersh actually on the stage singing? He's a private guy, but can he belt the tunes?
It should be more difficult. Let's just say that. Let's say that I should have to beg. But I don't. I don't have to beg. That's funny. His father was incredible. You know that, right? Like, his dad was an incredible singer and musician. That's what he did. And none of that got passed down. I don't know what happened. It skipped. Maybe Charlie's got it, but it's not him.
Yeah,
he
Charlie
got talent.
Or Cooper, Chase, maybe.
Yeah. Kersh got talent, but he didn't get that talent.
Who's the better athlete? Clayton Kershaw, okay, America's quarterback Peyton Manning, or the real 1-5 Kevin Millar, who has belted out a few tunes with you as well?
That's right, he did. Oh, yeah, no, not Kevin Millar. We're going to take him out of it now. I think probably oh, geez, here we are looking at this. That was a nightmare. You're bringing this back. Look at him going for the
that hurts. That hurts my ears.
It's not good. Yeah, he should stay in his lane. I think probably, I don't know. I'm not going to make both those guys mad today, because if I say either one of them, they're going to get mad. They still compete in such a way that, I mean, when I play ping pong with Clayton, I have never won. He has never let me win to feel good about myself. You. He hasn't even let me get close. There's games where it's 11-0. It's just like, at least, pretend I'm 5 and let me win this. He won't. So I don't know. Peyton's kind of the same way. There's a competitive streak in both of those people that is the reason they're the greatest of all time in some way. They're really, oh, look at him. You're bringing nightmares to me too, right there.
Well, he wants to start the band with you. He thinks you guys are actually legitimately in a band.
He does. He really does. I'm going to see him next week, so I'll ask him if he thinks he's a better overall athlete than
okay, Clayton. And please tell him to take over the Broncos again, because I'm a Broncos fan and it's just not been the same since he left. Final question for you, Brad Paisley. Justin Turner, how difficult is it going to be to see him in a Red Sox uniform? I'm still not over it.
I'm not over it either. I mean, at least you're closer proximity. You can go do that. I don't know. I hope it's a brutally cold spring for him up there. I hope it's really cold. I hope the weather doesn't cooperate. I hope it's rain delays all the time. I'm teasing. I love him so much. It's really going to be hard for us this year, I think, in Dodgerland. It's truly, he is one of the great human beings that's ever played this sport. He's a great guy. I texted him after this happened and just said, I will always root for you, except maybe this August. But It's really going to be tough. I don't know if I'm ready. I know I haven't even been able to look at spring training because I just want to cry.
Yeah, I understand completely. I think Nashville can support a Major League Baseball team. Maybe you'll get one day. Until then, the Los Angeles Dodgers are all yours. Brad Paisley, I cannot thank you enough. Best of luck for all of your continued success, and we appreciate you taking the time to be with me today.
Good luck to you. Here's to a great season. Let's hope this goes great.